Hello guys, welcome to another episode. In today's video, we're gonna make a few shirts using HTV as well as glitter vinyl. Plus, we also have to make a 2-color vinyl decal. This is gonna be a long episode, so we better get started. And remember, to make any of these products, you can pretty much use any vinyl cutter. It doesn't necessarily have to be the one we're gonna use today. And this is the software that we use to vector our images, and it is CorelDRAW X6. In case you are wondering about the size of the logo, the width is 9.2, height a little over 13 inches. I actually need to do mirror also, but first I'm gonna make that copy of the image in case I need to go back to it. From there, I'm gonna go to the top and you can see that little icon, the mirror icon. And then I still need to weld. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight it, go to the weld icon. And now we're good to send it to the vinyl cutter. And then I'm gonna go to application launcher and send to CM3 or Cutting Master 3. By the way, this came totally free with the vinyl cutter, Cutting Master 3. And from here, you will get this little window, and I'm gonna add some width boxes. By the way, I could also, if I wanted to save material, I could probably just cut this separately, but I'm not really gonna do that because I don't wanna waste too much time trying to save a little bit of vinyl. I'm gonna add some width boxes here. So I went to the A and B icon and then show width border, select it, and you can see that little width box around the design. And then I can add a little bit of padding. We can increase it little by little here. And then I'm gonna go to width lines and I'm gonna do horizontal. You could also do vertical, but nothing will happen. Or you can mix, but I'm just gonna select that. And it's gonna basically add the lines in between, like separate the letters from the top, the center, and then the bottom. And then I'm gonna make a few copies of the design, but I need to do this one here actually. I'm just gonna do a few because I need to check the settings to make sure they're correct. And if I need to increase or decrease the cut force, then I can do that before cutting any more. And these are gonna be the settings. Offset 0, speed 42, acceleration 1, cut force. I think I'm gonna leave it at 15. And now we can start cutting this section. The vinyl cutter we're gonna be using for this project is the Graphic CE 6060. I probably should have done this before, but I need to align the vinyl. Let me show you up close. As you can see, we're not using a cutting mat. This is like a huge advantage, especially if you're gonna work on a big order. I only have to make about 9 shirts, but think about if you had to make 24 shirts and you had to use a cutting mat every time you cut the vinyl, that would be a lot of time invested into the project. Also, another thing about this vinyl cutter is that you can adjust the pinch rollers. Like this vinyl measures 15 inches, but we could change that to a 12 inch, a 24 inch, or we could also just move the pinch rollers. Like in this section, you will be able to cut, I think this one measures about 5 inches, so you can always cut a small piece of vinyl that measures less than 5 inches. Guys, if you're liking this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Remember that we also have memberships available. All you have to do is just go to the join button to see all the options available. Thank you for your support. We're waiting on the vinyl cutter. In the meantime, I'm gonna show you the shirts we're gonna be using, and the brand is Gildan Dry Blend, 50% cotton, 50 polyester. Most of them are gonna be large, and then we're gonna make one XL and a medium size. That's the reason why I made the logo a little bit on the bigger side, because I didn't want the logo to be way too small for the shirts. Another advantage of using a vinyl cutter, if I wanted to make the logo for the medium size shirt, I could resize it, make it a little bit smaller. I think our vinyl cutter, oops, I'm glad I caught it on camera. Now Luis is gonna weed out the gold section, regular heat transfer vinyl or HTV. This one's a lot easier to weed out. The glitter is gonna be fine too, since it's a big logo and it doesn't really have that much of a detail. See how easy it was. Since one of the t-shirts is gonna be for a girl, what I decided to do, I actually talked to the customer. I told him that we had another option to make it look even better. We offer glitter for that person, and it's gonna be the same brand, Caesar, HTV, glitter, whatever, something like that. As I was saying, this is another advantage of using the vinyl cutter. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller because the logo is gonna be way too big for a medium-sized t-shirt. I'm gonna start cutting the glitter vinyl, and this is the white one. Basically, I'm gonna repeat the same steps, and the settings are a little different. Since this is glitter, it's a little bit thicker. The offset 0, speed 42, acceleration 1, cut force is a little different. It's gonna be 20. I increased it. Now I'm ready to start cutting it. So I'm just using this section. And this is the glitter vinyl, different version, same color. These are the settings. Temperature 305, 15 seconds, and we also have to pre-press the garment for a few seconds. And the type of heat press that we are using is the Hatronics, and this is the 16 by 20, and you can get it from the links in the description of the video, as well as the vinyl cutter, vinyl, and all the accessories. You can get them through our website too. That is www.rdidecals.com. Before we apply the vinyl, I'm going to press the garment for a few seconds, just like 3 or 4 seconds. And then after that, I think to make the process a lot easier, I'm gonna fold the t-shirt so that I can get a better idea where the center of the shirt is. And this is how I'm gonna do it. Just fold it in half. And I'm gonna press it for a few seconds again. And then this will show me exactly where the center of the t-shirt is. Hopefully this makes the process a lot easier, because the ones I made before, I was kind of having a hard time aligning the logo, but this should take care of that. And the way I'm going to place this, I'm going to do about 3 from the top, about 3 inches, which is almost there. I need to bring it down a little bit. I think that's better. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to press just for a few seconds and then remove the backing or the plastic cover, and then I'm going to bring the other section and just try to align it like this. I think that looks great. What I need to do, I'm just going to press it for a few seconds and then remove the plastic so I don't leave any marks on the white color. I think that should be enough. Remove that and then just press it for the full cycle, which is the 14 seconds. And won't you look at that? Now we're gonna work on the decal. Need to weed out both of the layers and then combine them. A quick note on the decal you see here. It was actually a freebie. It wasn't in the order, but I had a feeling the customer would love it. And honestly, I figured it might lead to some future sales. Spoiler alert, it did. But that's for the next episode. All right, guys, this is it for this video. Remember, if you like this episode, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Remember that you can get your materials and equipment through our website. That is www.rdidecals.com. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you until the next one.